Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lance Fantasy Gaming. This is something new I'm going to try actually on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and ask people what do they want me to talk about. So I took the first one that they want me to talk about will be the Tarrasque, as the title is. But I'm also going to be talking about Chimera from Call Me Blaze. And let's see here. Werewolf for Halloween Spirit from user 1712765744167 for it as well. I'm also going to check. So we got Chimera, we got Werewolf. I do not know who set the Tarrasque for it. Oh, Divergent Nerd wanted a Tarrasque. So I'm doing a Tarrasque, then I'm going to do the werewolf, the chimera. I know one on the short said that they want me to do hydras. Hydras are also a good one as well for it. I used every single monster except for the one main thing that I never really had a chance to use because my character never gets high enough level for it. But I never unleash it because all it is destruction. There's one in each prime material plane in different paradox. So there's only one of them in existence back when I was playing AD&D in 3.5. Fifth edition kind of changed it a bit, but not as much. He's a bit dusty. He's been up on that bookshelf for a long time. So we have the Tarrasque that I painted a while ago. I don't think I made a painting video of him, but I have different varieties of prints I could do for a Tarrasque. If you guys do want me to 3D print a Tarrasque and you guys want to buy it, that is fine. We can figure that out if you join the Discord and stuff. All I'm asking is for probably shipping costs and resin if you really do want a Tarrasque for it. Or I'm probably gonna have an Etsy store selling prints. I ain't gonna paint it, but you guys can paint it. I could give you 3D. I can print it for you guys if you don't have a 3D printer for that matter as well. So he's really huge. I've got Godzilla a little bit. He's a little bit taller than him, but yeah, he's basically has a lot of resistance, like bludgeoning, piercing. Magic item can go through, but he takes a damage reduction for certain things. He got a lot of elemental resistance. The only thing he's pretty much weak against is like acid. Acid, you have a lot of acid. You can probably kill him. There are ways I heard stories people have killed Taras by putting him to like a 400-foot hole and 90 feet deep. So he's like all the way down, filled with acid. So just basically death by acid, basically, for it. But I am not one of those freaking mean DMs that will play him just to, kill your players to make a point for that as well. Uh, I'll be one of those DMs like you'll be out in the distance. They have a choice to go attack it and run away because the character's gonna be so puny with these. I do want to print a ginormous version of this as well. Probably another 6 inches bigger, so it'd be more of a gargantuan size. This is probably one class lower than gargantuan, but it is like I said. I don't have never had a player went up to extreme high level to go against a monster like a Tarrasque. A lot of times we start a new campaign, people have stuff, and they just go away and do stuff for that matter as well. So I will do a lot of those monsters for it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and leave a comment what you guys think to improve this as well. I am trying my best of my ability. But yes, we are going to try to do at least 2 of these a week with 2 of these painting videos and 1 vlog for it. So yeah, so I pull some of the stuff. I am not really much. I know like the basics of a Tarrasque, but the Tarrasque was the most terrible creature known to inhabit the prime material plane. The beast was a full 50 feet 15 meters tall and 70 feet or 21 meters long. Quadrupod podded with a long tail, reflective carapace, and 2 large horns on its head. It's supposedly there was only one Tarrasque with somewhere within the world's core. No one could predict when it would next awake. The Tarrasque was inherently tied to the Prime by its nature. As a result, the most one could hope to do was put the creature to sleep within the core, holding it off for a while longer. While ancient texts seem to indicate that there might be a way to finally and ultimately deal with the creature if one could somehow deceive it, luring it into another plane and sealing it there. So it's like a sleeping giant that basically it will just devour. It's basically a planet killer. That's what a Tarrasque is meant to just Ragnarok, Armageddon, stuff like that for it. But there are ways that you can, people do kill it, and they do make magical items from it as well. And people have different stories that tie to Tarrasque as an ancient old god, and for that as well. So it is a very, very mean creature. I think 5e is a lot less meaner than the 3.5 that I know. But we'll be looking through AD&D 3.5. I'm skipping 4th edition. We'll do 5th edition for it as well. So all of this, you can probably just Google it in the Forgotten Realms as well, or Greyhawk. But we are going to go to the AD&D page, just what he really looked like back then as well. I haven't played AD&D in a long time, so some of these are very lower the number, even the negative is more deadlier than the higher number, so it's opposite for it, just letting you know. Like, but yeah, just letting you know. Comes forth to forge for a week or two, ravaging the countryside for miles around Tarrasque. Seeks a hidden lair underground and lies dormant, sleeping for 5d4 months before coming forth again. So he just the old school one will go around, terrorize a place for like so many like days and weeks, and goes and slumber for months to years for that ratio. So like different books classify him differently, but how I know it from 3.5, they probably gonna jump through as well. It's gonna be a lot meaner and a lot nastier as well. I can't do nothing about that. So 3.5, colossal magical beast. You're a magical beast. Put him over here. He's a magical beast. For it. I'll just put him over here. I don't want to ruin the books. His feet's a bit sticky for some reason from probably not being cured right. Armor class 49. Basically fun trying to hitting it with a 49. You gotta be very high level for that as well. Special attack, anti-magic, so magic does arsenal, so prove grab, fight for presence, spine, swallow whole. So I want to know the difference between the second edition and the second edition and third edition. Trash supposed to be the most terrifying land-based creature in D&D on a similar level to Godzilla. It is supposed to be a creature created by the gods to strike fear into even the greatest of champions or whatever other story the DM can conduct to make the player void their bowels. They're only one of them, for God's sake. Instead, it pales before the ability even of characters who are several levels below its recommended challenging rating. This Tarrasque is more monstrous Tarrasque that can actually scare people shitless and can actually possess more of a challenge to characters of high level. So, like I said, you could do whatever you want with this thing. You can do like Godzilla, ravaging as well. But I like the World's End. Characters like high enough level, make it the World's End. Or go for a quest to get like an artifact to put him back into slumber, or still in a different plane like they did in the description on the Forgotten Realm wiki for that as well. So this is the 5th. I would like to spend more time on it, but I don't know how many people will actually will listen to what I say. But let me know what you guys think in the comment as well. You can do more in depth with this if you want, but I'm just doing this in the fly as well. 5th edition that we're currently playing, AC Armor Class 25. That is actually manageable. To hit it, the armor class of 25. I don't know why they did it with 25 for a Tarrasque. It is a gargantuan monstrosity, so it's I believe AD&D didn't see what kind of monster the Trask is. I'm guessing it's like a monstrosity to a magical beast to another monstrosity. So it's like a Titan class. So it evolves every edition of the book for that as well. Uh, resistant 3 damage. I want to see the damage immunity: fire, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and non-magical attack. So you can kill it a lot easier, and then I think 3.5 that the immunity for it. You see here. Repels magical energy. A standard action press can may unleash a massive war of anti-magic. So you could do an anti-magic of 150 foot cone for a roar. I know they have resistance. Quality. Acid resistant 20, cold resistant 20. DR 20-1, damage resistant for 20. Electricity, fire, regenerate, fairy of age, set, and spell resistant 32. So it was a lot more scary to 3.5 than 5th edition. And this one is not as much scary than 3.5 is. If I convert that to AD&D, the armor class probably be like -5 or 6. And that's really hard to hit for it. So it is like more of a, I don't know, 5es, they're more puppy down, in my opinion. A lot of monsters are puppy down, but you can modify it however you want to do it with the Tarrasque. It is just one of those things that I don't not have ill wishes to not having on anyone, but like I said, if they're high enough level, they can really go for it. I would raise the armor class and put more damage resistance in it. It should not be a challenge rating. It should be challenge rating 30. It doesn't really equate with this, but it has a lot more like magic resistance, saving throw against spells and other magical effects. Legendary resistance. If a Trask fails saving throw, you can choose a siege instead. Then you can do it 3 times, so getting 20 off of a lot of stuff. Reflected Carapace for magic missile or reflecting against it. So it has some stuff. But like I said, it's more puppy down than the previous edition, I would say. So there is a DM, the DM's guide to scroll of Tarrasque summoning, a legendary thing. I know that people have made a way to like make a wish spell and clone the other scroll or summon as many Tarrasque as possible. I heard stories about that. And I'm looking at them like, why in the hell would you do that? But using an action to read the scroll causes Tarrasque. See the creature entering the monster right here in an unoccupied space. You get within a mile of you. Tarrasque disappears when it drops to 0 hit point and is hostile toward all other than itself. So you just summon a Tarrasque a mile away that the eye can see. If you hate a kingdom or a evil mastermind, if you're able to get a scroll Tarrasque, just summon them there and just fucking mayhem from all that. Just literally, just let's just commit genocide to a place that I don't really care or really hate. You know, worse than murder hobo, just genocide a whole freaking area that you don't like as well. That's what basically Tarrasque could do. Just wipe everything. Just eat, and destroy. That's all they think about. But I like to know them as I know them as what they were called world eaters. So they just eat. They're part of the prime material plane, but they just will eat and destroy. The world. We call them the world eaters. That's what I like to call them for that as well. And people have made Tarrasque item if you do actually kill it at high enough level. And people made homebrew armors for like using the carapace to make shields and armor, the claws and teeth to make weapons and bows, the horn and finding powerful, more potent magical material as well. But if you guys have Fist Tarrasque, let me know. Leave it down in the comment below. That will probably be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Check out our Discord. I am revamping the Patreon. You can go check out there as well. Thank you guys for everything. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.